James Archibald!
Thank you. I read on the internet that if you have a bad habit and you want to get rid of it, that it's good to find like a replacement habit. And so like I used to be late to things, and then I replaced that with swearing. I get places, I'm just like, look who's on time, y'all. Beep, beep. You're lucky I'm not early. Beep, beep. It's really helped me. And anyway, if I ever become a father and have a daughter, I'm going to want her to dress modest, respect herself. And I think the best way to make sure she does that is to make her get like a really embarrassing tattoo. Like, if you can read this, please alert my father. And I'm trusting you to alert me if this comes up. But yeah, so I sometimes I run a little bit. I don't know. I like to think when I'm on the track, I'm like, I'm like a tank. Like I may be slow, but at least I'm heavy. Okay. But it was not always such a happy history with me in running, actually. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the runner's high. Have you ever experienced the runner's high? I remember my first time I was at a party in high school, and my friends were like, come on, like, why don't you run with us? And I'm like, I don't know if I'd like it, like, I've never done it before. And I'm like, well, I guess a few meters won't hurt, right? And I started out like kind of running on weekends, mostly with friends, and then I started running more and more. I would run alone. I started skipping school to go running. I remember talking to my parents, and they were like, James, like, what happened to you? You've changed. You used to be so sedentary. And I remember some nights I'd be up, and I'm going to run just a few more miles, just a few more miles, and going straight to bed. And some days I'd be running along. And I remember when I hit rock bottom, I was running, and I stopped to vomit, and I got up, I just couldn't stop running. I just ran and ran. And after the intervention, I realized how lucky I was, because, the health effects were reversible, and lucky ones, I guess. And it's a good story of redemption for you. And but I think that I learned how to manage peer pressure. Like, as I kind of got into grad school and started doing research, what I realized is you just pick your peer group carefully, you can avoid a lot of trouble. For example, if you pick the scientific community as your peer group, all the time they're going to be like, come on, publish some highly technical peer-reviewed articles. Like, everybody's doing it. And what's more, no one will know. My parents still haven't found out. It's good. Anyway, so I had the swine flu. It was actually several months ago, back when it was more topical, as when I had it actually. And, it's crazy, because you see it on the news, and, finally getting it is a little bit like finally getting to meet like a celebrity you see it on TV. And, you know what? In a lot of ways, the famous diseases are just like regular diseases. It's, there's a lot of coughing and fevers and stuff. But, anyway, I was the first guy I knew who had it, and then all my friends got it, and so it was exciting. And it's cool, because, like, it's cool to have the latest disease, Like, you come across a guy with, like, SARS, you're like, what is this, like, 2003? Like, I wish you get with it a little bit, but anyway, yeah. So I play the bass guitar, actually, true story, and what I've found is that the key to successful performance is to start off playing really, really well at the beginning of the song, so that you have enough star power to get through the bass solo. Because if you don't, the audience is going to be like, boo, we hated it so much that you have to start over. Until you can get 70% of the notes right. And so, that's how it is. But anyway, my roommates and I have been trying to save money on toilet paper. And we have a program, we call it the Everyone Poop at School Initiative. I think others could use this. Expanding good gas stations too, and dangerous causes and stuff. It's going to be great. So on my iPhone, I have an iPhone, and there's this great application that like helps you go to sleep. It makes like white noise. Have you guys seen these? It's cool. You know, it has like the ocean sounds, very soothing. You know, raindrops falling. Kind of the weirdest sound I found was volcanic eruption. And, you know, I haven't slept so well since Mount St. Helens erupted. It was wonderful. You know, it seems counterintuitive, but honestly, I can't think of a better time to sleep. I mean, you've got the soothing rumbling, obviously, and then you know that volcanic ash darkens the sky just the right amount, and there's a warm blanket of magma, you know what I mean? It's for you. And even historically, I mean, 1900 years ago, a volcano went off in Pompeii, and some of those people still aren't awake. It's a little too soon, probably. But anyway, I have another joke about the bathroom. So don't you guys hate it when you're going to wash your hands and like you realize you've been wearing gloves the whole time? Like, I don't expect you to relate. It only happened to me once. That's it. I don't know. I was going to use my comic star power there if you didn't like it. Anyway, I think, I don't know. I also find it very difficult to meet people and flirt with them and things like that. And what I found is that if I want to talk to a girl like in the library or something that I don't know, if I just act like I'm about to steal her laptop, like, you know, kind of as I unplug it, like, you know, she can't take her eyes off me, you know what I mean? She's been reading the same books as Callie has been reading, and, you know, and then pretty soon she wants to know, like, who I am, what I'm doing. I'm like, this weekend nothing, like, we should go out. Doesn't work, you get a free laptop, but there's a downside. In the worst case scenario, the matchmaker cop shows up, so it's but I think you guys are a great crowd. Like, I really appreciate you, and I have prepared something. I think you've been laughing a lot tonight, and I think maybe you need a break. And so this last bit, I have entitled, A Break from Comedy, or The Saddest Thing That I Can Think Of. Here comes the subtitle. Don't worry, he's only sleeping. But he does have a terminal illness. I'm just kidding, the tests were inconclusive. But he does have a real problem. And that problem is the soft bigotry of low expectations. Most dogs love to read, but very few get the opportunity. Consider this. Many literate adults spend 17 years in school. Dogs live 12.8 years. The scientific community turned their back on the dogs, finding problems but no solutions. Some people say dogs don't need to read because dogs can just grow up to become professional athletes. But very few dogs can do this. The sad fact of the matter is that there's a high correlation between illiteracy and dogs who end up either on the streets or living lives that are characterized by dependence and humiliation. It's a sad day to be a puppy. All right, thanks you guys.